Good morning, friends. Welcome to Akulmach Live. I'm CK. We know that the India is doing a lot of good things, which is bringing the economy of the world to improve. And there are a lot of internal things which Indian government, Indian people are doing to make sure that their economy is actually sound, even though many top economies today worldwide are in recession. So we will discuss about the policy reforms. There are four specific policy reforms that we will talk about in this live stream, starting with the first one is about the labor code, codification of labor services. See, labor or physical work or any other labor related activity is the indication that there are a lot of infrastructure projects are going on, and which is true because India is actually having a lot of infrastructure projects right now, which is either laying new roads, bridges, new buildings, uh, community center, business centers, export zones. So you name it, there are several infrastructure projects which are under construction at this point in time. And in all of these infra projects, there are labor. And when we talk about labor, it's not only the physical labor. The labor basically is a generic term, which is all kinds of work, which includes also physical work, but also all kinds of employee-related activities. Therefore, there are new reforms initiated by the Indian government for better recognition of the labor workforce, better recognition of if there are any benefit that needs to be transferred. So better investment from the government, because all these large infra projects are being financed by the government of India. So there are codes defined for all kinds of labor activities, and this is going to improve the ease of doing business. Their rating for ease of doing business will also go up drastically, and people who are actually providing any kinds of services, whether physical labor or blue collar jobs, they will all be codified going forward. Now, this is a big change when it comes to reforms, especially the human resource reforms, and therefore there are new codes which are in line with the UNESCO codes. All right. So this is the point number one which Indian government has embarked on. What is the next point? Income tax is the major item for the growth, for the money that the government has, because the government is not in the business of making money. It is the private sector or the companies which actually do business and make money. However, the however the sorry about this interruption. The income tax is the major item which is used for the collection for the country, by the government, and therefore there are better ways to do income tax collection. And one of the better way of doing income tax collection is the uh, overhaul of the income tax system. You see, there has been a long pending demand about income tax reforms. It is going on. It's a very gradual process. If you look at the income tax, what it used to be about 20 years back, 15 years back, is different now. Uh, the ease of filing tax returns is also introduced by the Indian government. Uh, there are better compliances. There are a lot of AI being used in taxation, and the tax filing is simplified. And if there are any outdated provisions which were established by the British Raj era, those have been done away. And therefore, the Indian government is moving along with the time and with the expectation of the people. And also, tax liability is also reduced quite a bit. So the tax is getting reformed big time. Now, let's look at the next one, which is related to the budget itself. So there are a lot of changes which are being talked about in 24-25 union budget, which is the budget for whole of India for this year, which is which will last till March 2025. So one of the big item is the capital gain. Capital gain is the gain where you actually have assets. When you buy and sell assets, the gain on those is quite substantial, and that has to be paid to the government. It's a very big amount, especially when you are actually buying or selling the assets, movable or immovable assets. So all of those are capital gain. There are a lot of tax slabs which are being proposed by the union budget, which is going to increase liquidity in the system and also boost economy, because if there are more cash in the pocket, you will actually tend to spend that money. And if there are more churn happening, more buying and selling activity happening in the field, then the economy will actually will be sound. It's a parameter that economy is sound. A lot of people are buying and selling, taking loans, things like that. So the union budget is ensuring that while public interests are taken care, especially when it comes to inflation. Inflation is mandatory for the growth. However, too much inflation basically makes things more expensive. So the budget for this year is quite balanced. They are increasing budget or taxation or GST on expensive items which are not sold in volume. However, they have reduced the taxation possible on the food item and medicines which are essential. So things like that. There are several examples which union budget is addressing. 2024-2025 union budget is addressing, which is a big reform by itself, which is going to boost the economy of India. The next important item is very, very important when it comes to investment. It is the angel tax. Angel tax is the investment for angel investment in the startup arena, and you know that India is among the top locations where the startups are being promoted, and there are a lot of unicorns also. At least 10 to 15 unicorns have come up in last 1 year itself. So there used to be tax on investment, especially, and that has been reduced. The angel tax is now is done away with. There will be no tax for investing in startups, at least for some time, until unless you start making money, which is going to boost up the economy big time. So these are certain things which are happening today as we speak, and therefore this is something which is a big ticket item. So the Indian government is gradually, slowly are making positive impact by making the right reforms and also bringing the right policies. And this is going to improve the life of citizens of India. Also, the India has the capability to bring the world out of recession. So because the growth on GDP is highest, India is demonstrating highest growth on GDP. Therefore, this is a growing economy, a large country, quite populous with a lot of resources. So friends, what do you think about this? If you have any opinion, please do not hesitate to send it across. And thanks for watching me live. I will catch you again in the next one.